So we know about this for a while now that Shakur Stevenson next opponent will be Josh Padley, a guy who gave Mark Chamberlain a very tough fight last year in Riyadh season. I think it was like the first fight on the card, first or second fight. And this time, Shakur Stevenson's get a chance to get his shot at Padley, who's a very good fighter. A lot of people don't really know him. Doesn't have many knockouts, but he's not that type of fighter. He's the guy that goes in there rough and rugged, very tough. He had a very good performance against Mark Chamberlain. It was a toe-to-toe fight. He can go in there and do a lot of good things. He can go to the body, good jab, good boxer, can brawl, can mix it up. He's a throwback fighter. He's gonna go out there and do whatever he needs to. And at 135, carries a decent power. He's not a knockout artist, but as you've seen recently, it doesn't really matter what kind of knockouts you have in your resume. Munguia got knocked out by a guy who had 4 knockouts. So Padley having 4 knockouts really doesn't matter. I know a lot of people try to discount his Shakur Stevenson's opponent, Padley, but Padley can go out there and give a lot of guys that run for their money at 135. And Shakur, he's not going to change up what he does. He's still the least hit boxer in boxing at this point right now. He still can put it together, silver medalist, one of the most talented fighters in the world. People overlook his skill set, but he's still going to go out here and let his hands fly, show what he's capable of. He's had some hand injuries along the way, different things, but I know he's going to be able to bounce back. A lot of people looking at this as a tune-up. This is not a tune-up. I'm telling you, Padley is going to come out to fight. He's not playing. He knows that this is a major fight for him. Could be one of the biggest fights he can be in. This is something that, he could dream of, fighting the top silver medalist, one of the best fighters in the game. Probably a guy Shakur Stevenson, who's on his way to possibly being a future Hall of Famer. So this is probably going to be the biggest name that Padley can get his hands on, now or in the future. So he's going to take full advantage of this. I know he's been preparing. They have opponents that's already been prepared before the fight weeks get here, just in case things happen. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you, last fight card on Riyadh season, we had a fight where a guy ended up popping Dennis McCann, and fighter filled in to face Peter McGrail and almost beat him. He was a tough fight. These late replacements have been dangerous on Riyadh season cards. So I don't want a lot of people to sit up here and just overlook this opponent. This guy's going to come out to fight. He really is. We're going to see how the styles clash. If the fight's close, then people will say, well, Shakur's not what I thought he was. So, if it's a tough fight, if he doesn't get a knockout, people are going to be ready to criticize. But this is going to be a very tough fight for both guys. Shakur Stevenson coming off an injury, anything can happen. It's still a tough fight. This guy's not a low-class fighter. He's a real deal as far as at this weight class of 135. The best available right now as well. So we're going to be able to see. If he can go out here and do more than what De Los Santos did, that'll be a plus. But that's all I got. Like and subscribe.